10 classic organizing habits. Grandma practice that modern homes could use more than ever. If you're over 60 and feel like modern homes are always cluttered or chaotic, Grandma had 10 simple organizing habits that made life easier, and they still work beautifully today. The reset. Granny always said, a tidy home isn't just about cleanliness, it's about peace of mind. Before we start, subscribe if you're ready to reset your home and life after 60 with timeless habits that bring calm and clarity. In this video, you'll learn 10 classic organizing habits Grandma practiced every day to keep her home calm, functional, and welcoming. You'll discover practical ways to simplify routines, organize without stress, and restore order in a gentle, sustainable way. Stay until the end. The last habit is one even most grown children never realized their grandparents used, and it can completely transform your home and daily life. Habit 1. Everything in its place. Grandma always said, a place for everything and everything in its place. And she wasn't just talking about tidiness. She meant it as a way to bring calm to her day. When items have a dedicated spot, life flows more smoothly. There's no frantic searching for keys, glasses, or the TV remote. There's no last-minute scramble that adds stress to the morning or frustration in the evening. Start by observing your daily routine. Notice the items you reach for most often. Keys, eyeglasses, wallets, medications, remotes, or even reading glasses. These are the items that dictate how your day starts and ends. Assign a consistent spot for each. It could be a small tray on the entryway table for keys, a basket on your nightstand for glasses, or a drawer for important papers. The key is consistency. When you always return an item to its home, your brain learns that you can rely on the system. The magic of this habit isn't just physical organization, it's emotional. Every time you pick up your keys or sit down with your glasses in hand and know exactly where they are, you feel a subtle but real sense of relief. That small moment of calm spreads, lowering stress and giving your mind space to focus on other things, rather than hunting for lost objects. For seniors, this habit is especially helpful. Memory can feel less reliable as we age, and everyday routines can become frustrating when items are misplaced. Giving each object a permanent home reduces anxiety, prevents unnecessary mistakes, and makes life feel more manageable. It also creates a rhythm of care. Returning things to their place becomes a mindful, calming practice rather than a chore. Grandma practiced this habit not because she loved rules, but because she valued peace. One small change, consistently placing things in their designated spot, transformed her home into a haven of order. Even on busy or difficult days, she always knew where the essentials were, and that sense of certainty gave her confidence and calm that lasted all day. Pick 3 items you frequently misplace and give them a permanent home. Notice how it feels. Even this small step, repeated daily, starts the ripple of order, calm, and emotional ease that defines all of Grandma's classic organizing habits. Habit 2. Daily mini-tidy. Grandma believed in the power of tiny, consistent actions. She often said, it's the little things you do every day that keep the house and the mind in order. The idea of tackling an entire home in one go can feel overwhelming, especially when life gets busy or energy is low. That's why the daily mini-tidy is so effective. It's small, manageable, and remarkably transformative over time. Start by dedicating just 5 to 10 minutes at the end of each day to tidying 1 or 2 areas. It could be straightening the living room cushions, clearing the kitchen counter, or returning books and magazines to their spots. The goal isn't perfection. It's creating momentum and a sense of calm. Each completed mini-task signals to your brain that order is achievable, even when life feels chaotic. This habit is especially powerful for seniors. Physical stamina may be limited, and large cleaning sessions can feel exhausting or discouraging. By focusing on small, intentional actions, you prevent clutter from accumulating, reduce stress, and keep your home consistently manageable. It also nurtures a gentle rhythm. Each day ends with a moment of accomplishment, and each morning begins with a space that feels calm and welcoming. Emotionally, the daily mini-tidy reinforces mindfulness and control. Grandma noticed that when she spent a few quiet minutes tidying, she not only improved her home but also her mood. The act of putting things in order created a subtle sense of mastery and relief, making her feel lighter, more grounded, and ready to enjoy the day ahead. To start, pick one surface or small area each evening and spend a few minutes straightening, returning, or tidying. Notice the difference after a week. Your home feels smoother, your mind feels clearer, and the small habit begins to ripple into other areas of your life. Over time, these mini-actions add up, creating a home that is consistently organized, stress-free, and welcoming, the way Grandma intended. Even on hard days, this habit is gentle enough to maintain, yet impactful enough to bring real peace. Just 5 minutes can reset the energy in a room, restore order, and remind you that organization doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can be calm, consistent, and deeply satisfying. Habit 3. Seasonal rotations. Grandma always knew that life flows in seasons, and so should our homes. She believed that keeping everything out at once, winter coats in summer, heavy blankets in spring, not only created physical clutter, but also mental overwhelm. Seasonal rotations was her secret to maintaining a home that felt light, functional, and welcoming all year round. The idea is simple. Only keep items you actively use for the current season within easy reach. Clothes, bedding, decorations, and even kitchen tools can be rotated so that your daily life only involves what's relevant right now. When the seasons change, bring out the items you need and store away the rest. This habit doesn't just reduce clutter. It refreshes your environment and your mind, making your home feel vibrant and purposeful. Start small. Begin with your wardrobe. Pack away heavy winter coats when the weather warms and bring out lighter layers. Then move to bedding. Swap thick quilts for lighter covers. Seasonal decor can also follow the rhythm. Autumn leaves or holiday accents stored when not in use, replaced with fresh spring or summer items. The key is consistency. Each rotation becomes a gentle ritual that renews your space and signals the change in season to both your home and your mind. For seniors, this habit has practical and emotional benefits. Physically, it prevents overcrowding and keeps frequently used items accessible. Mentally, it provides a subtle sense of rhythm and order, reminding you that life is cyclical and manageable. There's a quiet satisfaction in seeing your space align with the season. It feels intentional, calm, and alive. Emotionally, seasonal rotations allow you to honor the present moment. Instead of being surrounded by items you don't need or can't use, you're surrounded by what matters now. Grandma noticed that this habit gave her home a sense of freshness and clarity, even on days when life felt overwhelming. It's a gentle, practical, and emotionally restorative organizing method that modern homes can benefit from today. Try it with one category first, maybe your clothing or your bedroom. And notice how the small change creates space, order, and a seasonal sense of peace that makes daily life easier and lighter. Habit 4. The labeling habit. Grandma always said, "A label is like a little gift to your future self." She understood that life moves quickly, and when items are stored away without clear identification, it creates unnecessary stress and wasted time. The labeling habit is a simple yet powerful practice that brings order, efficiency, and peace of mind into the home. The principle is straightforward. Anything that is stored, whether in boxes, pantry shelves, drawers, or craft supplies, should be clearly labelled. This isn't about perfection or fancy printing. A handwritten note, a sticky label, or a simple tag works perfectly. The key is clarity and consistency. When you and anyone else in your household can immediately identify what's inside, it eliminates confusion, prevents duplicates, and saves energy. Start by observing the areas in your home that cause the most friction. Is it the pantry, where ingredients get lost behind one another? The craft supplies that tumble from one bin to another? Or perhaps the storage boxes in the closet you never open because you can't remember what's inside? Pick one area and label everything. Make it a small, manageable task so that it feels achievable rather than overwhelming. For seniors, labeling has practical benefits beyond convenience. Memory changes can make locating items challenging, and labeling provides a gentle support system. Each label acts as a guide, reducing frustration and making daily routines smoother. Emotionally, this habit cultivates confidence. You can trust your home to work for you, not against you. You spend less time searching and more time enjoying the spaces you love. Labels also support organization over the long term. Once you've labeled a box or shelf, maintaining the system becomes effortless. There's no need to constantly reorganize or guess where things belong. The simple act of labeling turns storage from a source of stress into a tool of empowerment. Grandma found that labeling wasn't just about saving time. It was about creating a home that feels intelligent, responsive, and calming. It allowed her to move through her day with ease, knowing that every item had its place and could be found when needed. By embracing the labeling habit, you create a home that supports clarity, efficiency, and peace. Exactly the kind of gentle order that makes life after 60 lighter, calmer, and more joyful. Habit 5. One in, one out. Grandma had a simple rule that kept her home balanced and serene. For every new thing that comes in, something else must go out. She knew that homes naturally accumulate items over time, and without conscious effort, clutter builds quietly, creating stress and chaos. The one in, one out habit is a gentle, powerful way to maintain order, reduce overwhelm, and live intentionally. The idea is straightforward but transformative. Whenever you bring a new item into your home, a piece of clothing, a kitchen gadget, a book, or a decorative piece, identify one item to remove or donate. This isn't about punishment or deprivation. It's about making space for what truly matters and keeping your home functional and harmonious. By pairing acquisition with release, you create a rhythm that naturally prevents clutter from taking over. Start small. Pick one category to practice this with first, perhaps clothing or kitchen tools. Each time you bring in something new, consciously select an item to give away, store, or repurpose. This practice encourages mindfulness, helping you ask, "Do I really need this? Does it serve me?" Over time, it becomes a habit that supports intentional living rather than letting possessions accumulate unnoticed. For seniors, this habit is especially helpful. Physical energy, mobility and memory may make managing excessive items challenging. By maintaining a one-in, one-out policy, your home stays lighter and easier to navigate. You reduce the stress of clutter, create more breathing room in your living space, and maintain a sense of control over your environment. Emotionally, this habit brings a sense of freedom. Letting go of one item when acquiring another teaches that joy doesn't come from quantity, but from intentional choices. Each removal is a small act of clarity and peace, while each addition is deliberate and meaningful. Grandma found that this rhythm created balance not only in her home, but in her mind. By practicing one in, one out, you invite lightness and order into your daily life. It's a gentle, manageable habit that turns acquisition into a mindful practice and release into a moment of calm. Over time, it nurtures a home and mindset where every item has purpose, every space feels open, and life after 60 becomes simpler, calmer, and more intentional. Habit 6. The Daily Reset Zone. Grandma always believed that the areas you use most in your home shape how your day begins and ends. She called them reset zones, high-traffic spaces like entryways, kitchen counters, and living areas that, when left cluttered, quietly drain energy and create stress. The daily reset zone habit is her simple solution. Spend a few minutes each evening restoring these spaces, and you'll feel the difference in your home and your mind immediately. The concept is easy to implement. At the end of the day, walk through your key spaces and take a few intentional minutes to put items back where they belong. Clear the entryway of shoes, mail or bags. Straighten the kitchen counter, wipe down surfaces, and return dishes or utensils to their proper places. Tidy the living room, fluff pillows, fold throws, and put magazines or books back in their spots. The goal isn't perfection, but a visible sense of order that sets up calm for the next day. For seniors, this habit is especially valuable. Physical stamina or memory challenges can make big cleaning sessions overwhelming, but focusing on small, high-impact zones keeps the home functional and welcoming. Each daily reset becomes a gentle ritual that ensures mornings start smoothly. No frantic searching for keys, glasses, or the mail. The act of creating a clear space also signals to your brain that the day is complete, which supports better rest and mental clarity. Start with one zone tonight. Notice the difference when you wake up to a clear countertop or entryway. Gradually expand to other areas. Over time, this daily ritual becomes second nature, creating a home that not only looks orderly but feels emotionally balanced. The daily reset zone is a gentle, practical habit that turns everyday spaces into anchors of peace, clarity, and comfort, just as Grandma intended. Habit 7. Thoughtful donation routine. Grandma always believed that homes thrive when the things we no longer need find new life elsewhere. She often said, "An item loved by someone else is never wasted." The thoughtful donation routine is more than decluttering. It's a practice of generosity, intention, and emotional relief. By regularly giving away items you no longer use, you create space in your home, lighten your mind, and bring joy to others. The essence of this habit is simple. Identify items that no longer serve your daily life, bring you joy, or fit your current routine, and donate them to someone who can use them. These could be clothing, kitchenware, books, or home decor. The act of giving transforms the item from clutter into a gift, and in doing so, it shifts your mindset from loss to purpose. Start small. Set aside a box or bag specifically for donation, and whenever you come across something you no longer need, add it. Once the bag fills, deliver it to a local charity, senior centre, or someone in your community who could benefit. Over time, this habit becomes a rhythm that maintains order and emotional clarity in your home without overwhelming effort. Grandma noticed that this routine also helped prevent guilt and hesitation around letting go. When you know an item is going to someone who will appreciate it, releasing it becomes easier, gentler, and satisfying. Each donation is a small ritual of generosity, creating ripple effects of joy for both the giver and receiver. Implementing the thoughtful donation routine brings clarity, order, and lightness to your life. It teaches that decluttering isn't just about what you remove, but how you honor what remains. By practicing this habit, your home becomes a place of peace. Your belongings serve a purpose, and your heart experiences the gentle satisfaction of giving, just as Grandma intended. Habit 8. Maintain surfaces. First, Grandma always said, "A clear table is a clear mind." She understood that clutter at eye level or on frequently used surfaces creates a sense of chaos, even when drawers and closets are perfectly organized. Maintaining clear surfaces first is a simple but powerful habit that instantly transforms the feel of any room. It creates visual calm, reduces stress, and sets the tone for a more orderly home. The approach is straightforward. Focus on high-impact areas like tables, countertops, and shelves. Instead of diving straight into drawers or storage bins, take a few minutes each day to tidy the surfaces you see and use the most. Put away items that don't belong, straighten objects that remain, and remove anything that feels out of place. This doesn't have to be overwhelming. Even 5 to 10 minutes can create an immediate sense of order and relief. For seniors, this habit has practical benefits. Surfaces that are clutter-free make it easier to find essentials, prevent accidents, and reduce visual overload. Emotionally, it fosters a sense of control and accomplishment. You can enter a room and feel the difference. The space looks cared for, and your mind feels lighter. It's a gentle reminder that small actions create meaningful impact. Beyond physical order, this habit nurtures emotional clarity. When surfaces are maintained, there's less visual distraction, allowing you to focus on what matters: conversation, hobbies, relaxation, or reflection. It reinforces a gentle rhythm, where the home supports rather than overwhelms, creating an environment that feels safe, inviting, and intentional. By prioritizing clear surfaces first, you set the stage for deeper organization and long-term calm. It's a simple, effective, and emotionally restorative habit that helps seniors reclaim their space, peace of mind, and sense of control. Exactly the kind of timeless wisdom Grandma practiced every day. Habit 9. Keep essentials accessible. Grandma always knew that a well-organized home isn't just about tidiness. It's about making daily life easier. She believed that when the things you use most are easy to reach, your home works with you instead of against you. Keeping essentials accessible is a simple yet transformative habit that reduces frustration, saves energy, and supports a calmer, more efficient routine. The principle is straightforward. Identify the items you use daily: glasses, medications, keys, wallet, frequently worn clothing, kitchen tools, or personal care items, and store them where you naturally reach for them. Avoid hidden cupboards or high shelves for things you need every day. Instead, choose spots that are convenient, intuitive, and consistent, so reaching for what you need becomes automatic and effortless. For seniors, this habit is particularly beneficial. Limited mobility, memory changes, or slower reflexes make hunting for essentials stressful and exhausting. When items are easy to access, it reduces the mental load and physical effort required for everyday tasks. You save time, prevent accidents, and create a sense of rhythm and flow in your daily routines. Start small by choosing one area of your home to practice this habit. Arrange your bathroom counter, nightstand, or kitchen space so that daily necessities are visible and accessible. Over time, expand this approach to other spaces and notice how your day flows more smoothly and peacefully. Grandma's wisdom shows that accessible organization isn't about perfection. It's about thoughtful placement that honors your daily habits and needs. By keeping essentials within reach, you cultivate efficiency, reduce stress, and create a home that truly serves you. This simple adjustment transforms your environment into a supportive, calming space where life after 60 feels easier, safer, and more joyful. Habit 10. Weekly reflection and tidy. Grandma always treated organizing as more than just arranging things. It was a practice of reflection and care. She knew that a calm home begins with a clear mind, and a clear mind comes from intentional review. The weekly reflection and tidy habit is her gentle approach to maintaining both physical order and emotional balance, making life feel lighter and more manageable. The idea is simple. Once a week, set aside 10-15 minutes to pause, observe, and act. Walk through key areas of your home and notice what's working well, what feels cluttered, and what no longer serves your routine or emotional well-being. This isn't about perfection or judgment. It's about awareness, intention, and gentle adjustment. During this time, you might straighten surfaces, put items back in their proper places, or remove things that have accumulated during the week. Consider journaling a note about what felt stressful or soothing in your space. Reflect on emotional patterns connected to your environment. Maybe certain items trigger guilt, sadness, or overwhelm, while others bring comfort, joy, or ease. This dual focus on physical and emotional tidiness creates a deep sense of order and calm. For seniors, this habit is especially valuable. Regular reflection keeps clutter from building unnoticed, prevents stress from escalating, and encourages mindfulness about what truly matters. By spending just a few minutes weekly, you maintain control over your home and create a rhythm that supports mental clarity, emotional stability, and proactive management of your space. Start small. Pick one room or area to focus on this week. Notice how taking the time to reflect and tidy brings peace of mind, a sense of accomplishment, and a clearer environment. By practicing this habit consistently, your home becomes a sanctuary that supports ease, clarity, and emotional balance, just as Grandma intended. Which habit feels easiest to start today? Tell Granny below. Which habit would you try first? Drop A in the comments. Here's what most people don't realize. Grandma's organizing wasn't just about neat spaces. Each habit gave her emotional clarity, calm, and control when life felt uncertain. Optional tie-in. In 2025, more seniors are embracing intentional home routines, but Grandma mastered this simple, life-changing rhythm decades ago. Remember, you don't need to overhaul your entire home. Begin with one small habit and let it grow naturally. If this video helped, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who could use a gentle reset. Subscribe to the Senior Reset. Granny returns next week with more timeless, calming habits for life after 60. Which habit feels easiest to start today? Tell Granny below. Which habit would you try first? Drop it in the comments. Remember, you don't need to overhaul your entire home. Begin with one small habit and let it grow naturally. If this video helped, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who could use a gentle reset. Subscribe to the Senior Reset. Granny returns next week with more timeless, calming habits for life after 60.